Good morning. My name is Danielle Ledbetter. Thank you so much for tuning in to WSMB4 Plus. So we just got an update from Nashville Electric Service. They had a board meeting this morning at 8 o'clock. It just wrapped up not too long ago. And in it, they provided an update on how they are getting people's power back on and everything that has kind of transpired over the last few days. So the biggest thing is this was a pre-scheduled board meeting. I'm going to pull up some video from it right now. And it was a pre-scheduled meeting. However, with this winter storm, they completely changed what this meeting was about to focus on storm restoration and what that looks like for us now that we're on Wednesday and the storm, happened on Saturday into this weekend and things like that. So they opened up this meeting by thanking customers for their patience. They said they know how frustrating it can be to be without power, of course, and know that it's tough not having power when it's cold outside. So that's how they started the meeting. They also talked about how when this all started over the weekend, they said they knew up front this was not going to be a quick restoration process. And we're seeing that that is the case now, as I'm going to pull up the outage map right now so we can see how many people are still impacted. And here you can see over 100,000 customers still without power in the NES, in the area that NES covers. So I'm going to zoom in as well, because throughout this meeting, they talked about the challenges that they face in restoring power from an event like this. And one of the biggest things they talked about was it's difficult because of how widespread this event was. And when you zoom in on the power outage map, I think it does a good job of kind of showing you there is not one part of the city or one part of their coverage area that, oh, did that number just go down? Went down a little bit. But there's not one part of their coverage area that is more impacted than the other. If you look around, everyone in their coverage area, every side of town rather, has been impacted by these power outages. And they said in the meeting, that's one of the challenges, that this was such a widespread, such a
hard and dangerous work,
impacting so many people.
And then thank you to everyone
that's
here
been
at
one of their
NES.
challenges.
This is not just people in the field. This is people at this table and people in this room who are working around the clock.
Well. So in this meeting, they also talked about they brought on contractors that are working long hours, 14 to 16-hour shifts.
Do I have any
that
other
number
comments
hasn't
from board
throughout the
members?
Week. We've seen that all week, 14 to 16-hour shifts.
Yeah, I guess I will.
They also,
I will comment.
First
of all, I would say
again,
thank you to the linemen and to the teams here that are working tirelessly to get this turned around.
This.
I think I do have just a couple of questions or comments for the organization.
Now, the highest amount of customers
one is that we have
without
been,
power
this is
in
the,
NES history. They said that
this is definitely an extreme experience
so
for
they've
everybody.
never seen this amount.
And when there are extreme experiences, we have to kind of
in the company's history,
shift the rubric.
Or on record.
And I would love to hear a little bit about what we're doing
when you really think about that. So,
in this moment. And how we're thinking about, for instance,
so the
what
trees
is the plan
falling
to
on
continually
lines,
find
that's
more
been another
people?
big challenge that they've had.
And when
I'm
will
going
those
to show
people?
you this video of crews working on lines. This video is from Knob Road. This is near our station. We caught this video a little earlier this morning, and we got power back here at our station this morning from NES. So, this is a look at that and just a look at how hard these crews are working as well. But they did say also in this meeting that trees falling on lines, they would repair a line rather, and a few moments later, a tree would fall on the line, and they said that's gotta be disheartening and just annoying to deal with. So that's another challenge that they have kind of run into since they have been working to restore power for people. They also took time to thank NDOT and other agencies for clearing streets so that they can get to lines a lot quicker and a lot easier. They also said that they are working, of course, safely and quickly as possible to restore power. They said before the storm even rolled through, they had 200 crews ready on standby. They said now they're up to 900 line workers working again those 14 to 16 hour shifts.
Dangerous work.
And
then thank you to everyone here at NES. This is not just people in the field. This is people at this table and people in this room who are working around the clock.
So again, this is something that they have never seen. And so they are taking a three-phase approach, and we are committed to that. The third phase.
Do I have any other comments from board members?
This is the big one here, because I know people who are without power. I am one of them.
Guess I will.
You're wondering,
I will comment. First of all, I would
when
say,
am I going
again,
to get my power back on? And they did not provide an estimate or a timeline on when you can expect that to happen. But they did say, since they are in this third phase now, that they're hoping that the pace of restoration will continue to increase, basically meaning they hope that they're able to restore power a lot quicker now that they're in this phase of their recovery efforts. They also said they do plan to give more crews, and they're letting people know where they're working. They said they have
thank you to everyone here at NES. This is not just people in the field. This is people at this table and people in this room
obviously just wanting to know when their power will get back on. And they said that customers deserve to know that information, and so they're working to get that too. So if you are an NES customer,
do I have any other comments from board members?
They said they are working to get that to you. And we're of course going to stay on them as well.
I will comment.
First
of all, I would say again, thank you to the linemen and to the teams here that are working tirelessly to get this turned around.
7 different states, and they are
I think I do have just a couple of questions or comments for the organization. I think one is that we have been
resources coming to our area. So
this is definitely an extreme experience for everybody.
At this hour,
and when there are extreme experiences, we have to kind of
soon,
shift the rule book.
We are still looking at,
and I would love to hear a little bit about what we're doing
in
this moment
coverage area without
and how
power.
we're
I'm
thinking
about
about
their coverage map or outage map again, rather, just so you can take a look at it. Again, this is NES, and look, I'm using the mouse everywhere, everywhere, everywhere. You just see outages everywhere. They said they've never seen anything this widespread ever. But we know that the Mid-State is bigger than just the area that NES covers. So let's take a look at some other outage maps. We have MTE right here, Middle Tennessee Electric. And on here you can see nearly 800 customers are still without power in this area. And when you compare it to NES, it doesn't sound like a lot, but 800 people, that's still a lot, or customers rather, that's still a lot of people dealing with this. And let's take a look at Cumberland Electric. You can see they cover parts of Cheatham County, Montgomery County, Robertson, Stewart, and Sumner. Right now, they're looking at, I have to direct you right here, over 5,000 people, over 5,600 people without power here in Cumberland Electric's area. So let's take a look here at their map, shifting around so you can kind of get a better look at what's happening in this area. Cheatham, and you can also go on here and go by county as well. Montgomery, their area. So you can see the bulk of their outages are in Sumner County. So let's click on Sumner County, and that's where you see all of these dots here. You see a few 100 to 500 customers being impacted with these orange dots here. You see a few yellow ones in there, but mostly just one, which is kind of good. It depends on how you want to look at that, I guess. But let's go ahead and go back to Nashville Electric as well. It looks like that number has gone down. I'm going to reload the map just so we can give you the most accurate information as we are tracking this morning. Okay, so we're still looking at over 108,000 customers without power. And if you can't see this message right here, it's saying if you have an outage, text out to 6377797. They, of course, are saying they are aware of the widespread system outages and working to restore power to all customers as quickly and safely as possible. So again, we're bringing you the latest from NES board meeting that they just wrapped up this morning. Let's take a look at that meeting. Well, this is some NES crews working on some power lines.
To them and giving them a thank you for their hard and dangerous work. And then thank you to everyone here at NES. This is not just people in the field. This is people at this table and people in this room who are working around the clock.
Talk about something completely different because this was a pre-scheduled
and we'll continue to work and are committed to that. Do I have any other comments from board members?
For you. So we will bring
you I guess I will comment. First of all, I would say again, thank you to the linemen.
All week long, I've been on this covering power outages all week long, and we're going to continue to do that until everyone has their power back on. But if you are watching us on a phone, don't have power, stay strong. You are certainly not going through this alone. In NES, there's over 100,000 people dealing with this as well. So stay strong, and we will get through this, and we hope to see you next time on WSMB4 Plus.